This had to be the most seamless transition in the history of sports.
Yeah.
You've been around since 2007.
Yeah.
How nice is it to just walk? You know, I had a friend of mine, Brian Dutcher, said it took me 16 years to move 16 inches on the bench. That's pretty much what it was, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm blessed to have that the way it played out. And I couldn't have. Everybody that asked me, like friends, I'm like, I couldn't have asked for a better like group of players to transition with. I think, they've gained my trust. I feel like I've gained theirs. So it was seamless, as you said, and I'm really thankful for that. And even though Denise is not with us and she's with another program, with the pro program, I still obviously have the ability to turn to her and kind of ask her thoughts when I have something I'm thinking about doing. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to change my thought, but having a resource like Denise to kind of like bounce ideas off has made it really comfortable as well.
You know what, Coach? People talk about unfeathered access.
Yeah.
Nothing like what you have. It's 24/7, 365,
Yeah.
but you can bounce it off of her now. How important is that?
It's important because, obviously she was the forefront of this program. She was the face of USF women's soccer since 2007. And even though I was along for the ride and we collaborated with each other a lot, to have the ability to kind of not only ask her about tactical decisions, but just more importantly, decisions about relationships, building those with the team, with the players, because that was one of her specialties and still is like building relationships with those players. And that's not something that I shied away from, but that wasn't my role, my primary role when we worked together. So now it is. Obviously I have to lean on my current staff as well to help me with that, but that's become one of my primary roles, is building those relationships. So I think having the ability to ask her, like, hey, this is how I'm thinking about like approaching this situation. What do you think? Like, is it a good idea? Like, would you do it differently? So yeah, having that access to her for a lot of things, not just tactical decisions, has been really helpful.
Coach, my last question, thank you for your time today. Walk into your locker room. As you're walking out the door, what's the word or phrase over that door you want those girls to remember?
Yeah, raise the standard. That's been our mantra, right? Since the spring, we kind of started to introduce the idea to the leadership group, and I feel like they, people ask me, well, and I don't mean it like we haven't achieved some really great things here. That's not what's behind the meaning of it. It's, yes, we have, but we're ready to kind of like take that next step forward, and can we do that? And I feel like we can. We just have to kind of be more in tune with some of the details, and by that I mean the demand at training, like just being a bit more critical, expecting more from these players, expecting that they expect more from themselves, and holding them accountable.
Thank you, Coach.